Welcome back, listeners, to the JTS Rant of the Week. Hope you enjoyed the rant last week where I broke down my thoughts and opinions of Michael Vick. Want to let you know that the Rant of the Week is brought to you by whatchatalkingabout.com, and you can check out the JTS show number 340 and 339 at whatchatalkingabout.com. Make sure you join the show, jump on boards, join the forums, get involved in the most active sports internet community online. It's a blast. Make sure you get involved. Listeners, wanted to talk a little bit about the NFL conduct policy now. According to news reports, we all know what's going on with Michael Vick. Michael Vick has been suspended indefinitely by the National Football League without pay. By the time you hear this video, he will formally have put in his plea agreement, so we'll find out very soon how long Michael Vick will be in prison if he does prison time at all. But I don't want to focus this rant of the week on Michael Vick and my thoughts about that. I think that's very clear. And the one thing I want to say about the whole entire Michael Vick story is do not let the mass coverage of the Michael Vick issue move your attention away from other very important stories. There's still a war going on. Elderly are still having problems getting prescription drugs. This is the second anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. There are bigger stories than Michael Vick. There's also a presidential election coming up in 2008. There's critical issues that you and I both need to be informed about as we move forward in that process. So don't be distracted by Michael Vick when there are other issues going on. But back to the NFL conduct policy. Now, in my opinion, Roger Goodell clearly has said 100% by coming out so strong when it comes to conduct that Paul Tagliabue categorically got it wrong 100%. He is saying that Paul Tagliabue was not tough enough on conduct in the National Football League. But here's the problem about coming out so tough when it comes to conduct in the National Football League. First of all, no fan I have ever talked to has ever come out and said conduct is an issue in the National Football League. In fact, it's the other way around when it comes to NFL football fans. Let's take Randy Moss, for example, at the New England Patriots. We know that Randy Moss has been a bad character guy on multiple teams. He's come out with statements that says he lacks effort and doesn't want to give his all in every play. Sprayed a police officer, sprayed an official with a water bottle. He's done numerous things that shows this guy is not the best character guy. Who drafts him or who signs him? The New England Patriots. Why? Because the Patriots want to win. Did we hear clamoring from Patriot fans that they signed a bad character guy? Absolutely not. Because Randy Moss is going to help the New England Patriots win football games. Let's look at the Patriots draft. Brandon Merriweather. The guy was involved with 2 gun charges while he was down in Miami and was a heavy participant in the brawl against Florida International University. And I think he was the guy caught on film kicking a guy on the ground. What does he get? A first-round selection by the New England Patriots. And the reason why I'm bringing out New England as an example is because right now they are the example franchise for the National Football League. And I'll give an example of my own beloved Steelers. The Steelers drafting of a Santonio Holmes. Santonio Holmes gets involved in an issue with one of his baby mama, plural. 3 kids, 3 different women. They bring this guy in the organization. He has character issues. And the reason why it's so surprising for the Pittsburgh Steelers is because Steelers typically stray away from guys who have bad character issues. So bottom line, all franchises want to win. So the first thing is, no fan is clamoring for necessarily a conduct policy. Secondly, most NFL guys are good guys. It is only probably 5 to 10% of guys who get caught doing stupid things. But let me say that again. 5 to 10% of good guys bad guys who get caught doing bad things. I will say this, that it's probably 75% to 80% of all the guys in the NFL are doing something stupid, but they aren't getting caught. A conduct policy will never legislate away the bulletproof feeling that professional athletes have. And it's been reinforced in the media and in the court system that athletes can get away with murder. So trying to fix conduct in the NFL at this late stage is almost like fixing illiteracy at the high school level. You've got to do above and beyond that to try to get at the root of the problem. Because what you have coming consistently in the National Football League is you have young guys with a lot of time on their hands, with a lot of money, that are wild. You put that combination together and you are going to have people do things that jeopardize their money and their future at all times. Now, I look at myself in my own life. I'm not holier than thou. I don't want to come off that way. I did things as an undergraduate in Cal where I put myself at jeopardy and my future at Cal all the time. Did it all the time. And people might ask, well, why would these guys do this and why would these guys do that? An example just blatantly of why the conduct policy is not going to necessarily work is because the conduct policy was in effect when Michael Vick chose to do what he did. He was fighting dogs after the conduct policy. Lied to the commissioner and said he wasn't fighting dogs. And he had $80 to $130 million to lose. So there's not going to be much more of a player who can lose any more financially than Michael Vick, and he still did something very idiotic and something very stupid. Roger Goodell's an interesting point. He has to do something, but if he wants to solve the conduct issue in the National Football League, he's going to have to couple strong discipline with mentorship programs, expand the rookie symposium, get these guys tied together with corporate sponsors to show that these guys that the game is bigger than just running, tackling, and going to strip clubs. He's going to have to take a softer approach as well, along with hardcore discipline. I don't know. In my opinion, I think Paul Tagliabue had it right. But with that, listeners, we're going to go ahead and end the rant of the week. As always, listeners, you can check out the JTS show at www.whatyourtalkingabout.com.